Are you learning all about CSS basics for beginners and want to know what CSS link styling is and how to do it in real-world projects? If so, you're in the right place. Hi, Martin here from MDP Web Development. Today we'll be working on a project that we'll use as a reference project throughout the Web Development for Beginners playlist. Don't forget to check out the playlist from the start to get a better understanding of HTML and our reference project. It's updated each week with new videos. Be sure to stick around to the end to see how to get the project files on GitHub to use throughout this playlist. I'll link to important videos there also. There's a link in the description down below to the GitHub repository where all the source code is. Let's get started.
Before we go on, be sure to watch the Visual Studio Code Editor video. It explains how to get and set up VS Code for use in the Web Development for Beginners playlist. And also watch the video on creating your first web page. I'll link to them in the description below. Here's a summary to get you started. First, create a folder on your desktop and call it Reference Project. Next, download and install Visual Studio Code Editor for your operating system from the link in the description. Open VS Code, then open this folder and create a new file called index.html. In the file content, type an exclamation mark and hit enter. This should create a new standard document for you. Open the file from the desktop folder and it should be a blank page as we have not put any content in it yet. If you get stuck, just watch these videos first.
CSS link styling. There are many ways we can style links with CSS. We can use many CSS styles on links for color, font, and background to make them look different or the way we want to suit our web design. Link states can also be styled. You might have visited a link already. In this case, we can style it to show you a different color to let you know you've seen that link. Or unvisited for a fresh link you haven't seen. Or when you hover, you might have seen the effect that the link changes color. And active just means the link that you've actually clicked on. One thing about link states is they must be declared in the CSS in this particular order for them to work. Unvisited, visited, hover, and active. This catches many developers out if the states are put in reverse order and they don't know why the links don't work properly. Here we can see links for CSS on the left, and on the right we can see what the links might look like. First, we have A for anchor link. We can see the background color set to gray, so all anchor links will have the background color gray. And we can see text decoration none. That means there's no underline under the link until you hover over it. We can see here unvisited link set to orange. So a fresh link you haven't clicked on will appear orange in color. Here we can see a visited link set to pink. We can see the top two are pink because I've already clicked on them for the demo. You can set this to any color you want to show that this is a link you have actually visited already. Here we can see hover, a very important effect. We can see A for anchor, colon, then hover. Text decoration underline and color black. That means only when we hover over the link, you'll see the text decoration underline the link and the color will go to black. This makes the link stand out much more when you hover over it. Here we can see the active link is set to red. When you actually click on the link, you'll see the red color. Hi, before we move on, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thank you.
So now we're going to open Visual Studio Code and our project and a browser window on the right to preview our project. It's going to go to our desktop and double click on Visual Studio Code. Then we're going to go to the Explorer view and open folder. And mine is on the desktop, so I'm going to go Desktop, Reference Project, select Folder. And here we can see we have our HTML file. If we open the browser view, we can see the reference project folder and the index.html file we created. Now, to see the browser window on the right, if you have the live server extension installed, you'll see Go Live button down here on the bottom. And if you haven't, you just have to go out to your desktop, open the folder, and click on the index.html file. So once you've clicked on that file, we're just going to click this Go Live button here. And that'll start up a new browser server window for us. So a handy shortcut for Windows to put something on the left and right is to press the Windows key and then right or left arrow and release the Windows key. Then select the one you want on the left or right. So I'll close this panel. So another handy shortcut for Windows is the zoom key. If you press CTRL, then the plus to zoom in and negative to zoom out. So we can see here we have our Windows browser on the right. So the only difference if we had to open this manually on the desktop and click on the file is if we make changes on the left in our code editor, you would have to click refresh on the right to see it.
So let's go ahead and style the links for our web development reference project. We can see here on the right, we have links at the top we put in for navigation. They're all the same color, and you hover over, they don't do anything. And all the links are the same here. These link colors and the underline is set by the style sheet, the default style sheet, which is in the browser itself. So we change these to suit ourselves. So we're in our project on the left. We're going to open up the index file just to have a look, and also our CSS file in the CSS directory, My Styles. We can see all the links here, reference for link. And here's our HTML section links inside our list items. So let's go into our CSS file. So part of what we need to do is to think, where do we need to put this? So in CSS, all the basic defaults come first. We have the body, font and stuff set here. We've H2, paragraphs, colors, and then margins and padding. So links are very important in CSS. We'll put them up somewhere near the top here. Body, H2, paragraph. Let's put them underneath the paragraph and text elements. And we'll just insert a comment here, just to tell ourselves we're doing the links here in the links section. So / and star is for a comment that won't be registered in the CSS or affect the browser, just to let us know, like we're writing on it here, what we're actually doing. And then star and / and that's now a comment that affects nothing, and we can just see it for our own reference. So let's first set the unvisited link. Let's put a comment here now for unvisited link so that we know what we're doing. Star and /. So links are anchor links. So we go then we're going to go colon, link. And we're going to open the curly brackets and close the curly brackets. Now, let's just set colors on this. We can do any colors we want. So let's just set them here. We'll set color to red. And you can see this is for unvisited link. I've actually visited all these links, so that's why they're not shown red. And let's set text decoration for links I haven't visited to no underline. I don't want them to have underline until I actually hover over the link. So we're going to type in text decoration, none. You can see here if you go down, vscode is auto-completed and none. And again, save your project, file save or CTRL and S, or just refresh on your browser to see the changes. We can see now none of our links actually have underlines underneath them. Cool. Now let's set for an unvisited link. Sorry, a visited link. Again, let's put in a comment. So /* visited link star and /. And for a visited link, let's go a : visited, open and close curly brackets. And we'll set this for the visited link color to green. We can see now all these turn green because I've actually already visited these links through doing demos. Next, let's have a look at the mouse over hover effect. So let's put in a comment here that we're actually doing the mouse over hover effect. Now let's see mouse over link. Let's say mouse over link, end the comment, and we go down and set it. So go A for link, : and we're going to use the hover effect, hover, open and close brackets. So what do we want our links to do when we hover over them? Let's set a particular color and have text decoration to underline when we hover over it. So we'll set a color here, something like purple. And when we hover over it, we want them to underline to let us know we've just hovered over the link. So we'll set text decoration underline. Now save your project and refresh on your browser. And when we hover over a link, we can see they change to purple and they also underline. So for the final part, let's set the active link. So again, let's put in a comment for active link, selected link. And /. And for this, let's go A, active. And let's just set the color for this to blue. Now, how cool is that? Active link will only show when you click on the link. It turns blue while you're holding the mouse click down. Cool.
So to get the files used in this example, the HTML reference project, just go to the GitHub link that's down in the description of this video. You can have a look at it here. So a GitHub repository is just a location on the internet hosted by a company called Git that most developers like to share or store their code in, either for their own use or to share with other developers. The repository on GitHub is just a folder used to store code or files, etc. Let's have a look at each folder. So when we're in the repository here, you can see the name of the repository there, actions along the top. You can see the main folder here, and there's a README file too. So if you want, you can just click onto the folders and see what's inside them and download the code from there. But to get all the code, you're going to go over here to the code button. We're going to click and download zip file. Once that's downloaded, go into your downloads folder. Then we need to extract it. So we're going to Windows, you're going to right click and extract all. Now let's just have a look at these files in VS Code. So we're going to go to our desktop. We're going to open up Visual Studio Code. And now we're going to open the folder that we just extracted. Open folder on the left. And we're going to go to Downloads. And here we are. And you can see here on the Explorer view on the left, there's the folder we can click to expand. And here's the reference project folder. And here's the HTML file, so we'll click on that, and there's the code. You can use this for reference or to rebuild your project if something goes wrong.
Hi, I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please like, share, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos in the Web Development for Beginners playlist. See you next time.